everybody. So today I'm going to be propagating a bunch of sedum or stonecrop. And this is one of the easiest plants that you can root or you can split, you can divide, that you can propagate 3 different ways. And I'm going to go through all 3 different ways today. So sedum is one of my favorite perennial cut flowers. And the reason why is because we grow in zone 4B up in Canada, and we have a very short growing season. So we rely pretty heavily on predictable perennials that come back every year. And my favorite thing about sedum is its bloom window. Sedum is usable when it's green like this as a filler for bouquets, and also as it turns into its final kind of crimson color in the fall. So all throughout that bloom window you can use it. It also happens to be one of the easiest perennials to propagate. So it's my favorite for several reasons, and today we're going to be propagating it 2 different ways. There are 3 ways to propagate sedum. We kind of missed the window on the first way, which is root division. So in the spring before it starts to bloom, or in the fall after it's died back, cut it all down and you can divide the roots, plant new clumps wherever you want, and propagate it that way. Today we're going to be doing the 2 other ways, which are just as simple. And the first way is using the leaves, where you pot the leaves. And we'll be doing that today in just a regular 72 cell tray without the cells in it. This is just the bottom part. Regular potting mix. And the second way is we're going to be taking 6-inch cuttings and then rooting them in potting soil. So the only thing you need for this is a clean pair of snips. Right, make sure it's sanitized. You don't want to be introducing any bacteria or anything that's going to make your cutting rot, right? So nice clean stems. So I'm going to take a cutting. So I just took a nice full snip. And the reason why is we're going to do 2 different propagation methods off this one stem. So the first one we're going to do, this is the super easy one, is we're just going to take these leaves off, just at the stem. We're going to take them off. Carefully look for ones that aren't, that one's a little bug eaten. Look for good ones, just like this. And all we're gonna do is we're gonna press them firmly into the potting mix. I'm gonna stop pulling leaves off here, and I'm going to instead take off this flower. And I'm going to take them off below this where this last flower is coming out of. And what that's going to do is it's going to tell this stem, hey, you're not in flowering mode anymore. You want to go back into putting down roots mode, right? We want the roots to come out. The roots are actually going to come out from all these little leaf nodes that we just took off. So I'm going to take it off right about here. Again, nice clean snips. We want about 6 inches, so that might be a bit long. A few more leaves to pot up. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that might be a bit much. Let's take one off. We got 7. And I'm going to give it a good snip down here. And this is what I'm going to stick in my potting mix next. So at the end of the day, maybe leave it 1 or 2 days to dry out somewhere not in full sunlight, but you're gonna let it callus over so that when you put it in the potting mix, no bacteria is gonna get up from the bottom. Here are all the stems that we're gonna go pot up once they've calloused over. So I've tucked these in a tray just to keep them safe so they don't accidentally make it out into the compost. And we're gonna let them rest for a day, 1 to 3 days. Now I'm pretty impatient, so I'm probably gonna pot them later tonight, but we're really looking for them callousing right down here. And we'll come back and show you. Okay, so I have my tray of cut sedum stems, and we're gonna be potting these up. And you can see at the other end, you can see that they've kind of calloused up a little bit. They're white. They're white and they're not quite so green and as fresh looking as when they were first cut. So we're gonna pot these up. I'm gonna show you our super high-tech way of putting our cuttings in. And it involves a pencil crayon. Now there's all kinds of other things that you can use. There's like official, you know, cutting tools that you can use. We're pretty low tech here at Brose Blooms, so we just use a pencil crayon, anything that you can do to kind of make a hole, so you're not, you know, you're not kind of like mangling them in their little home. You're just kind of creating a little space, sticking these guys in. 21 cells. I have slightly fewer stems, so we're going to pot as many as we can. Taking our high-tech pencil crayon, you want to go along the edge of each cell, just so they have something to rest against. So I'm going to go on the side, make a little hole for it, stick our calloused up sedum stem, just like so. And I'm going to do all of them. Put it somewhere sunny that gets lots of sun, but also keep them well watered. Make sure they don't dry out. And in about 6 to 8 weeks, you'll be able to pop them in a new patch of sedum. Thanks for joining us.